coming. It says he's joining.
Or driving. I thought King was driving the first time. Is anybody else going to be checking in? We don't have King.
He's coming.
We don't have King.
It says he's joining. Now I don't know where he went.
But he's there somewhere. Just like Tron, where he's stuck in there, can't get out.
Yep.
We might as well start then, right?
I want to get him on the front page though. So I need to wait a minute. I don't know where he went.
Is he there?
Yeah, I don't see him. I hit admit. Tell him to go out and go back in.
And everybody here, we're just waiting for Steve King right now.
Here we go.
I think we got him.
All right, we got him.
We have him. Okay, we're gonna, Steve, I'm sure you're there tonight. You will be shortly. We're gonna start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor Steam.
Present.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Present.
Councilmember Baskin.
Present.
Haley.
Present.
Waller.
Why you need to know? Present.
King. Councilmember King. Okay, I know you're there. Councilmember Pashusta.
Present.
Fisher.
Present.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 1 is a motion for adoption of the agenda with the addition. We need a motion.
So moved.
Mayor, I can't hear the mayor.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, our mics were.
The mayor is really muffled up.
Yeah, this is, can you hear me now, Paul? No, you can't hear.
Everything's on.
There's Steve.
Test.
Yeah, it looks like I'm working.
Testing.
Testing? How's that, Paul? Can you hear me now? I take that as a no.
A little bit.
What'd you say?
A little bit what?
Marty, can you turn his up a little more?
Yeah.
No, stop.
Can you hear me now, Paul?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Make sure your iPad's volume is turned up about 3/4 of the way.
Okay, Thomas,
Yeah,
where
I
were
think
we?
it's more of a talk into the microphone thing, because everybody else we can hear just fine.
Okay, so we had a motion for adoption of the agenda by, and a second?
Councilmember Austin, motion.
With the addition.
Okay, we're waiting for a second with the addition.
Second.
Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Baskin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item 2 is a motion approving minutes from June 15, 2020 to June 22nd, 2020, and June 29, 2020. Need a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Baskin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 3 under recognition and awards, Tom Schulte. Let's see, it's either Boy Scouts, firefighter conference. Tom, why don't you come on up here and tell us what's going on? We've had a little bit of discussion, but I'm not sure yet.
I'm not sure which way I should look, that way or this way.
Yeah. Which way? Yeah, he comes out, they face him, right? Yep.
You look good from this angle. Tommy, you look
Thanks,
good
King,
from
I
this
appreciate
You
that.
get the back here.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. For those of you that do not know me, I'm Commander Tom Schulte with the Austin Fire Department, President of Austin Professional Firefighters Local 598, and sit on the Minnesota Professional Firefighters Executive Board as a Southern District Trustee at large. The MPFF holds an annual convention which rotates by district throughout the state, aka every third year it's held in the Southern District. I'm honored to announce that the 2020 MPF convention will be hosted by Local 598 here in Austin, Minnesota, September 28th and 29th, pending Governor's COVID guidelines. Hosting the convention is a fantastic opportunity for us to showcase the City of Austin and the Austin Fire Department to other members of the MPFF and leadership throughout the state of Minnesota. I'm particularly excited about this event as it coincides with the 150th anniversary of the AFD, and to my knowledge, Austin's first time hosting the MPF convention. I'm here tonight to invite you all to attend Fire Ops 101. The Fire Ops Workshop is an opportunity for our elected officials and administration to live a day in the life of a firefighter. We will be putting together 4 to 5 scenarios that will give a realistic look at some of the challenging situations physically and mentally that firefighters can be put into on a daily basis. You will also see how exciting and rewarding the job can be. You may even form a bond that so many firefighters have with each other, along with your fellow council members. These scenarios will be totally hands-on for you. Full PPE, SCBA, pulling hose, putting out real fire, auto extrication, and even more. Please keep in mind, as some of you may be a bit hesitant on the thought of being in these demanding situations, throughout the entire day you will be guided by trained professionals and medical personnel will be on site. Your safety is our utmost importance. So in conjunction with Local 598, the Austin Fire Department, MPFF, IAFF, and Riverland Community College, we would be honored to have you attend Fire Ops 101 on Sunday, September 27th. The workshop will be a morning till early afternoon event, as we all know everyone has busy schedules. We will have an RSVP card for you, hopefully by the next meeting, to go in your packets. Again, full participation is strongly encouraged for this fun and informative day. If anyone truly feels this is not just their thing, we would still be happy to have you attend in an observatory role. Just an FYI, we will be extending the same invitation to Representative Poppy, Senator Sparks, and a strong possibility to our friends and neighbors, Albert Lee City Council and their representatives. We will also be extending an invitation to the local media. So.
What time is that again, Tom?
It's probably going to be a morning start, like an 8 o'clock start. We're still working out the fine details on this. The executive board when we met last, we did decide to push forward as if we were going to hold the convention. Again, if guidelines change, we may have to withdraw, but there's another e-board meeting coming up this month, and that's kind of why we don't have the RSVPs yet.
Okay, great.
Any other questions?
Do we need reservations?
Well, what we want to do is we kind of want to have a solid number of what we're going to have, because that can vary the scenarios. We'd hate to see you guys, anybody have to do a scenario with only 2 to 3 people. That can be kind of tough.
So how are you gonna do that? Do you want people to call you up and tell you?
We'll have an RSVP card, so we'll get, like I said, we'll get that in the next packet
Okay.
for you guys, and then we'll kind of have a deadline, whether you'll be able to attend and what role you'd like to take, and then we can start doing some more planning from that point forward.
Great, put me down for coming, but I'm not putting on a monkey suit.
Sounds good.
Observatory role, this would be great.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. I've attended a few of them, and it's amazing the positive feedback that I've seen other cities get from their councils, so.
Okay, well, thank you, Tom.
Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you much.
And on a personal note, I know 2020's been kind of crazy, and I just want to thank the council and administration for all their support for the Austin Fire Department and all city employees, so thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody want to make
Thanks,
a
Tom.
comment? Okay, we'll move on to number 4. We need a motion for the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Was that a motion? Is there a
Motion by
second?
Baskin.
Okay, second?
Second.
Oh, no, Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Baskin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Number 5 is a resolution under petitions and requests, a resolution in support of the Riverbend Townhomes Tax Credit Application. Craig?
Thank you, Mayor and members. As you recall, this is the Riverbend Housing Project, a 30-unit on 4.6 acres at 315th Avenue Northeast. Be a series of different 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms as part of the complex. This is a Minnesota Housing Super Grant RFP. Its deadline is July 16th, and so we're charging forward with that. We considered this at our work session. We need final approval on the resolution, essentially the same one that you saw at the work session, with a few minor changes to be in conformance with Minnesota Housing Finance Agency. We made those additions to stipulate the statutes and the aggregate amount of the TIF that council would be approving as part of this in the future. This application goes in here at the 16th of July, and we'd be notified in December whether or not we were awarded. So there isn't a guarantee that we'll receive this project, but hopefully we will, and notified in December for a fall 2021 project. Chad Adams is on the Zoom call, and I'd turn it over to him to answer any questions or provide any further comment.
Yeah, thank you, Craig. Just first, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, well, thanks again for the opportunity just to answer any questions. Just a couple other quick details. We're looking at a 30-unit townhomes in 3 separate buildings. So there'll be 4 2-bedroom units set aside for people with disabilities, 24 3-bedroom units, and 2 4-bedroom units. There will be garages attached to the units, as well as the on-site property manager in an office space. We will also have an outdoor play area for children as well too. Greg did a nice job of providing the summary of the timeline. If the product is awarded this December or January, we'd be looking at closing and beginning the construction in summer or fall of 2021. All of these units will be serving a population from 30% to 60% of the area median income. And we are seeking 9% tax credits through the application through Minnesota Housing, as well as with some other partners such as Greater Minnesota Housing Fund and other local agencies there in the county. For the most part, I'm just here to answer any questions regarding the resolution. We have run our pro forma and we are seeking the full 26 years of the tax increment financing from the city of Austin for this project.
Council, comments, questions? If not, we need a motion, or a resolution for number 5.
So moved resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Baskin,
Aye.
Haley,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Is he done after this?
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Adams.
Thank you.
Number 6 is we need a motion authorizing a prorated refund on all liquor sale license holders. Ms. Kazel.
Yes, this is something that we talked about at the last council meeting. It would be a prorated refund for our on-sale liquor licenses. I did get a call today that someone saw an article and they were concerned that this would include the off-sale liquor stores, which were still open during all of this. So it does not include the off-sale liquor stores. It's just for the on-sale restaurants. So we would request that you pass this motion, and then we would get that in the payables and get this out to the businesses.
We talked about it, I think, at the last work session. Council, anything? If not, we need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Baskin,
Aye.
Haley,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 7 is a resolution appointing election judges for the 2020 primary and general elections. Ms. Kazel.
This is our resolution that we do with every election cycle. So I thank all of the judges that have agreed to come on for this cycle, and we'll see a couple familiar names on there from council and around the city too. So we would just pass this resolution to appoint them, and they will be the judges for this year.
Council, any questions? If
And
not,
do you
And we
have-
still need, yeah, go ahead. I think you're going to ask the same question.
Do you have enough, Ann? Do you need more people?
Right now, with how we're set up at one location, who we have, I'm pretty good. If for some reason, people get sick or we have a change in, the society or something, something changes, I might need more, but right now, we are pretty good with the numbers that we have. So, again, thank you for volunteering, and we're gonna get you trained.
was that your question, Jason?
Yeah. Well, and I would assume that you, in the calculus, and you've got it like doubly subtracted for the part that I'm going to be in charge of, right?
We're gonna give you the sticker job, so.
I love it. All right, where are we now? Number 7, and if there's nothing else, we need a resolution for number 7.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second. Second.
Mr. Dankert, boy, it got closer.
Councilmember Baskin,
Aye.
Haley,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 8 is a resolution approving a contract with Independent School District 492 for police liaison officers. Chief?
We enter into this yearly with the Austin School District. I think it's been a good partnership for both parties. I outlined that in the memo. This is just the yearly contract this year to provide those services for the upcoming school year.
Council, any questions or comments? If not, we need a resolution for number 8.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Baskin,
Aye.
Haley,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
King,
Aye.
Pashusta,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Is Thank you. 9 is a resolution in support of point source implementation grant for the wastewater treatment plant. Mr. Lang.
We would request council to approve this resolution for the grant application. The point source implementation grant will cover up to 80% of eligible costs, up to $7 million for this project. We will be applying for the grant, and then we'll submit all the necessary documentation, and then they'll determine what they can cover as part of the project. But we would recommend approval of this resolution for inclusion with the application packet.
Any questions, council? Questions or comments? If not, we need a resolution for number 9.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
We're getting pretty weak on these seconds. We need somebody to step up there. Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Baskin.
Aye.
Haley.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 10 is resolution authorizing special liquor licenses enacted by special legislation during the 2020 legislative session. Ms. Kazel?
Yes, and Mr. Cooper is here too, if you'd like to say something about this. The legislature passed a couple laws for certain cities to allow them to use or to have on sale in their arenas. So this would allow the Bruins to sell hard liquor instead of just 3-2 in Riverside Arena. So with any legislature special session law, we have to adopt it. So that's what this resolution would do.
Council, any questions or comments on this? If not, we need a resolution for number 10.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Baskin.
Aye.
Haley.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Number 11 is a series of motions granting the Planning and Zoning Department the power to contract for the removal of junk and/or illegally stored vehicles at the following locations. A, 1007 11th Street Northwest, the Telus property. We need a motion.
So
Is
moved.
there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Baskin.
Aye.
Haley.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0, Your Honor.
And finally, 807 14th Avenue Southwest, Shaw property. We need a motion. Southeast. Shaw property, we need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Baskin.
Aye.
Haley.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Are there any citizens here that want to address the council on any issues? If not, I haven't heard hide nor hair of our honorary council member in a couple of meetings. Is Obala, you out there? Well, he can't say anything then. Maybe he'll jump in on the work session. Reports and recommendations. Tom, why don't you go? Well,
Do you want to see if the boys recognize the Boy Scouts?
oh, yeah, and 223. We want to recognize the Boy Scouts, right, or the Cub Scouts?
Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts from Troop 113, because, what did they do? I can't remember.
Merit badge.
Oh, we just want to welcome them to the meeting, that they watched everything. Oh, we're great to have, we love having the Boy Scouts watching. And talked to me real shortly before this, and I wasn't sure if there was this was an award thing or not, but if you're here to watch, just as great. You're learning how your city government works, and I would, the channel, tune on in, watch us once in a while. Okay, thank you. With that, Tom, let's go around on the comments.
Councilmember Baskin.
Yeah, I just wanted to echo the mayor and welcome the Boy Scouts and thank you guys for attending virtually. It is a well-earned badge for you guys tonight. And I think one thing to remember is that these are meetings that are open to anybody anytime. So if you ever want to come down to city council, or if you ever have a concern or your parents have a question, any of us on the council are always happy to assist and to answer that and be engaged. So ultimately, we're here to represent you guys and the community members. So welcome and congratulations.
Great.
Councilmember Helly.
I just wanted to mention that in the course of talking with the public and having conversations about chickens, I've gotten a lot of comments about off-leash dogs in Austin, and was able to correspond a little bit with the police chief, and we're going to try to up the messages about the fact that you need to keep your animals on a leash. It's the law, and it protects humans and other animals and your animal from an incident that nobody wants to happen. So I encourage everybody to follow the law, keep your dog on a leash. Thanks.
Thank you.
Councilmember Waller.
I have nothing, Your Honor.
Councilmember King.
Nothing to report.
Councilmember Pashusta.
Nothing to report, but I just wanted to say congratulations to Craig on being selected to join the League of Minnesota Board.
Oh, yes.
I think that's awesome. And that's all I have.
Councilmember Fisher.
Nothing to report.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Yes, we had a Park and Rec Board meeting last week, and a couple of the highlights, we did talk about ice rental fees at the arena, and we voted to increase those by 6% for the coming year. We also began the conversation of talking about our parks and prioritizing them as far as possibly for mowing and possibly for sale, and found out some interesting properties that we have out there. So a few of us are going to go actually tour the city and take a look at areas that we think can maybe be put into the not mow status. So
Right.
that's all I have, Your Honor.
Thanks, Jeff. Me? Okay, I don't really have anything other than everybody. We got through the 4th of July. You think about some of this stuff as it goes along, and we were really skeptical. Oh, it took us a long time, took me a long time to realize we had to cancel the 4th, but it turned out, I'm sure, the right decision. I think that's been borne out, so we're trying to play it safe, and everybody wear masks. I think right now, when you're in a situation like this, and you're situated fine, but when I go out in the stores and stuff, I'm not seeing people wearing the mask like I'd like to see, and even some of your highest concentration areas, like your grocery stores and stuff, a lot of times, there isn't half the people wearing a mask. So I would really tell people we're seeing this virus rebound, and if you do nothing, you're going to pay for it. I mean, it's time we have enough data now that we know wearing a mask really cuts down on it. So that's all I'd have to say right now. If there's nothing else, Craig, do you have any reports?
No, I don't have anything.
I
Thank
need
you.
a motion to adjourn until Monday, July 20th, 2020 at 5:30 in Chambers.
So moved.
Just a second.
Second.
Mr. Dinkert.
Councilmember Baskin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Waller.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Pashusta.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0, Your Honor. If we could take a few minute break.
Yeah, we're going to need about a 5-minute break to set something up on the TV and stuff, so take a 5 to 5.
Hey, Tom?
Hey, what?